Dr. James JC Cooley. That's right. It's the James Cooley Show. It's your life. Dr. James JC Cooley. All right.
The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, can be heard every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer San Diego. Life is full of circles, cycles, phases, and stages. It's your choice to ignore or embrace them. Motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, James Cooley, and his guest will inspire and equip you to strive for your own greatness and overcome adversities. Listen to The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer San Diego.
The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, can be heard every Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on 660 AM The Answer in Dallas-Fort Worth. Life is full of circles, cycles, phases, and stages. It's your choice to ignore them or embrace them. Motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, James Cooley, and his guests will inspire and equip you to strive for your own greatness and overcome adversities. Listen to The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, every Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on 660 AM The Answer in Dallas-Fort Worth.
Yeah. Dr. James JC Cooley. The James Cooley Show. It's your life. Yeah.
Hello, welcome to the James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. I'm your host, Dr. James J.C. Cooley, and we got an absolutely fantastic show coming your way. But I tell you what, I want to lock all the platforms in at the same time. So, Toddy, let's do it. Let's do it.
Get ready. It's your life. Yeah. Your life. That's right. James JC Cooley.
Hello, welcome to the James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. I'm your host, Dr. James J.C. Cooley, and we got an absolutely fantastic show coming your way today. We got this young man that's doing a lot of great things out there, especially when it comes to helping our youth and young adults, and we need a lot more of that. So I'm excited about this show today. How you doing, Dr. Cooley? How you doing?
I'm doing great. Yeah, I had the chance to talk to him before the show went live, and he's got a lot to talk about. He's, wow. Yeah, you're right. He is a young man. He's doing a lot of things, and he is very motivating to the audience, who shall see after I introduce him, and he talks about what he's been doing.
Well, I tell you, whichever platform that you're watching this on, whether it's E36 Television, Transfer TV, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Rumble, or over 80 other platforms, also radio, AM 1170 Answer out of California, San Diego, and AM 660 Answer out of Dallas. And if you want to be part of the conversation, whichever platform you're watching us on, all you have to do is go to the comments, ask any question that you might have, or just pick up the phone and dial 1-888-344-1170. Again, that's 1-888-344-1170. Michelle, can you do the honors by introducing the title of the show, the purpose of the show, and introduce this absolutely fantastic guest?
Oh, most definitely. So the title of today's show is called Life is a Journey. And we're having a sit-down conversation with Channing Chasten. He's an author, motivational speaker, and a mental performance coach. He's going to talk about the 1% Kid, his journey from dream to reality, why he wrote the 1% Kid, building the 1% school system, rethinking education around growth, the 1% Kid Foundation, what they do and why it matters. Channing Chasten is a former professional soccer player, author, motivational speaker, workshop facilitator, and mental performance coach. A graduate of the Ohio State University, Channing fulfilled his dream of playing Division I soccer before going on to compete professionally with Phoenix Rising. He is the author of The 1% Kid, a powerful story of perseverance and mindset, and the founder of the 1% Kid Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping young people unlock their full potential. Please welcome first time on the show, Mr. Channing Chasten.
Hey, welcome to the show, Channing. How you doing, man? How you doing?
Thank you, Dr. Cooley. I'm doing amazing. It's the best day of my life, and I appreciate this opportunity.
Man, I tell you, I know we've been hitting each other back and forth for over the last couple of months. I told you I was going to get you here because your story needs to be shared and need to be heard. And I've been following you, and you're doing some great things with the youth. So first of all, can you tell our viewers and our listeners a little bit more about you, where you grew up, what makes you click, and why you're so passionate about our youth and young adults?
Yep. So I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio. Was born there and found out the game of soccer at the age of 3 years old. My mom was a graduate of the Ohio State University, and my father went to Michigan State University. So education was something that was expected, and college was expected. So when I had that dream playing college soccer, I wasn't going to let anything stop me. So I set the goal, and I was driven to fulfill that goal no matter what. Moved to Arizona about the age of 10 years old. I was super confused, super distraught, didn't know where Arizona was, didn't know if Arizona was even a state. But we moved out there, figured out it was over 100 degrees on a regular basis, which was something new for me. And then I went on to continue to play soccer there, meet new friends, develop my education as well. And fast forward, I was able to commit to the Ohio State University to play soccer, which is an amazing achievement for me. That little boy at 3 years old that had that dream of playing college soccer fulfilled it. So that was one of the highlights of my life and my proudest moments.
So soccer, when did you realize that that you have developed the love of soccer? You said you started playing when you were 3?
Started playing soccer when I was 3.
When did you realize that this is something that I'm going to do professionally?
I never truly realized that I was going to play professionally until probably my sophomore or junior year of college. I knew that I was good in soccer. I played many different sports. My dad played hockey at one of the top prep schools, Culver, and I played lacrosse. I played football. I never played basketball, but I ran track school when I was really fast. But soccer has always stuck out to me because in Cleveland, Ohio, there wasn't many people that looked like me that were playing soccer. If I was going to stand out, I wanted to stand out not for only being the black kid out there, but for being the best.
So how was your experience playing as a pro in the pros? How long did you play?
I played in the pros for about 2 years. The experience was amazing. I actually was signing with Phoenix Rising, which is kind of my hometown team. It wasn't meant to happen that way, but they sent me the best offer leaving college. Played there for 2 seasons, made my professional debut, the first game of the season with one of my actually high school teammates that was playing on the team. So it was an amazing experience, and it's something I wouldn't trade for the world. I definitely do miss it, but everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. So, wow, you doing so many things. If you had to choose an adjective to describe who you are, what adjective would that be, and why?
Wow, what a great question. uh, the adjective that I would use to express myself as a person, I would say I am persistent. No matter what's going on in my life, no matter how I'm feeling, no matter what challenges or adversity I may face, I'm always going to find ways to pivot and make the best out of any opportunity. No matter who's with me, who's against me, I'm going to make sure I'm going to reach my dream or goal and be persistent until that goal is attained.
That is a great adjective because persistency. We need that. We need to be persistent in the things that we do, especially if we're helping others. So who was your role model? You had to have a role model growing up, or maybe many.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, I didn't. I had a role model, not really in regards to soccer, but definitely my parents were my role models. My mom and my dad, Clark and Ella Chasten, they taught me how to persevere. They taught me how important education was. They taught me how to give my all. And then also my granddad, he was a plumber and did a lot of things, and he worked really hard, and he provided for his family in many different ways. So he was someone that proved to me that if you really want it, all you have to do is put the hard work in.
yeah, got to be hard work. So let's talk a little bit about uh, who did you want to. You titled your book in the show, uh, "Life is a Journey." Can you tell our viewers and listeners why you came up with that title and why it's so important that you share your story about that?
Right. Yeah. I think life is a journey because when you start off and you're born, um, you never know how life is going to be planned out. I definitely know that when I was younger, I thought that life is super easy, that it goes exactly as planned. I remember probably when I was younger, yeah, I have kids at around the age of 26, 27. I'm going to have a big house by 30. I'm going to be playing professional soccer, all different things. But life never goes as planned. So it's all about how you pivot and make the most of everything because um, everything in life is guaranteed. So I just like to make the most of every day I'm given and blessed with. So that's why it's a journey because you never know what's on the other side of tomorrow. And that's what's kind of amazing about life, though, because I love accepting new challenges and I love making the most of every day.
Life is a journey, and just like you said, you never know um, what's which path life is going to take you. Especially, it changes all the time. But I'm a believer, and I know that the Lord is going to lead me down the right path, and so that's what my mindset is at. To tell you what, we got about 1 minute before the break, so um, tell us a little bit more about life with the journey. You have any stories that you want to share? But I'll tell you what, we're gonna hold that on the other side of the commercial. But we're gonna take a commercial break. But we're gonna come back and talk with this great young man a lot more. And I'll tell you what, whichever platform that you're watching us on, if you want to be part of this great conversation, all you have to do is just go to the comments, ask any question that you might have, or pick up the phone and dial 1-888-344-1170. Again, that's 1-888-344-1170. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
Your life with Dr. James J.C. Cooley.
Welcome to Viridian Christian University, where faith and learning come together to transform lives. At VCU, we believe that education is more than just academics. It's about fostering a community of growth, integrity, and purpose. Whether you're pursuing a bachelor's, master's, or doctorate, VCU offers flexible, affordable, and 100% online degree programs that cater to your busy life. Our innovative platform provides a personalized learning experience, empowering you to thrive in today's ever-evolving world. Join a global community of learners guided by an experienced faculty who are committed to your success. With VCU, you're not just earning a degree, you're preparing for a future that integrates faith, leadership, and service. Viridian Christian University, educating with purpose, transforming lives. Learn more at ViridianChristianUniversity.com. ViridianChristianUniversity.com.
Really get a chance to know who you are. And once you know who you are, you truly know who you are, love who you are. Love who you are. You're a masterpiece. Love who you are. Love who you were born to be. Love me some me. That's what I'm talking about. When you leave high school, you gotta know today or tomorrow, hopefully today, what your plans are. Hopefully, there is no bad decision unless there is no plan. Create, collaborate, commit with confidence. Commit with what? Commit with what? And everything that you do.
Dr. James
to support our annual appeal by making a cash donation. This year's goal is $50,000. Your generosity will assist us in making a difference in the lives of the youth in our community. You can give online at CooleyFoundation.org. Remember that every donation makes a difference regardless of size. The J.C. Cooley Foundation thanks you in advance for your contribution.
Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet by James J.C. Cooley. Using humor, wit, and engaging storytelling, James paints a picture about his arrival in a rural Deep South town and realization that life would never be the same. Cooley lays out his struggle to adjust from city life to country life and back again, sharing his hard-earned lessons to educate, encourage, and enlighten our next generation of leaders and heroes. Get your copy of Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet, available on Amazon and everywhere books are sold.
Welcome to Viridian Christian University, where faith and learning come together to transform lives. At VCU, we believe that education is more than just academics. It's about fostering a community of growth, integrity, and purpose. Whether you're pursuing a bachelor's, master's, or doctorate, VCU offers flexible, affordable, and 100% online degree programs that cater to your busy life. Our innovative platform provides a personalized learning experience, empowering you to thrive in today's ever-evolving world. Join a global community of learners guided by an experienced faculty who are committed to your success. With VCU, you're not just earning a degree, you're preparing for a future that integrates faith, leadership, and service. Viridian Christian University, educating with purpose, transforming lives. Learn more at ViridianChristianUniversity.com.
It's your life.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. Welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, and I'm having a sit-down conversation with Channing. And I tell you what, we're talking about life as a journey, which it is. I can contest to that. Life is a journey. So if you want to be part of this conversation, all you have to do, just go to the platform that you're watching us on, ask any question that you might have. I promise you we'll get you an answer. So Channing, let's talk about what inspired you to write the 1% Kid. is the story based on personal experiences or people? I was kind of asking that question prior to the break.
Yeah, the 1% Kid is about my personal journey, personal story. But what's pretty funny about it is that a lot of people will um, read the story and they'll think it's fake or they'll think it's not a true story because of how insane the journey was for me. But what inspired me to write the book was I've been truly passionate about goal setting ever since I was a young boy. I've been truly passionate about inspiring others, not only just youth, but people to reach their dreams and goals and to truly become their best self, no matter how hard that may be. And actually, it was my mom's idea to write The 1% Kid or write a book. But she actually had this idea when I was in college, but I was like super hesitant to the idea. I was like, what do I look like? Who's going to read this story? No. But when I was playing for Phoenix Rising and I actually got injured at the end of my rookie season, I had a lot of time to think and figure out what I can do to not only inspire kids to the game of soccer that I was doing professionally, but also in another way, in another medium. And what came out to be was the book. So I started writing, and the 1% Kid is all about a young boy that has a dream of playing college soccer at his dream university and what it takes to truly reach your dreams and goals. So we talk about practice, perseverance, and patience, and then also the 1% better everyday mindset and the 1% Kid. So I think it's a book not only for every child, but I think every adult also can take a lot from this book and the story.
What are some of the chapters that you write about in the book?
So the book is about 30 pages. It's a children's book, but it goes through my life from when I was born in Cleveland, Ohio, to when I moved to Arizona for the first time, to when I commit to Ohio State for the first time, and then my coach retires, and I have to decommit from Ohio State, and then all the way to when I'm recommitted to Ohio State and achieve that dream of playing college soccer at Ohio State for my freshman season. So there's about 5 or 6 main big stories and events that go on throughout these 30 pages.
Oh yeah, I tell you, I can't wait to get it. I can't wait to get it and read it. I see you out, working with a lot of the kids, and speaking. I think last week or week before last, you was speaking at some event. Tell us about that.
I was. So there was an event I was speaking at in Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota. I was invited by ACES, which is a nonprofit out there in Minnesota, Minneapolis, which stands for Athletes Committed to Educating Students. And I was given blessed with the opportunity to speak in front of 400 to 300 individuals, donators, supporters of this nonprofit, speaking about my journey and then also the importance of ACEs and the words that kids hear when they're young and how impactful that is.
I tell you, I love speaking at these events, because you inspire others, and that's what our show is about: is to inspire, educate, and just bring out the enthusiasm in whoever we're speaking with, and primarily high schools and middle schools and colleges. So it's important to understand and also I believe, use your personal experiences to convey your story. So how long did it take for you to complete your manuscript, and where you knew that you had everything, the publisher, did you self-publish or did you publish through a publisher?
I used a company that helped me self-publish, but I would say how long it took to write my manuscript is probably um, 8 to 8 months to a year to write the manuscript. I wanted to make sure it was perfect. I asked my little cousins to see what they thought of the book, my family members to get their feedback, also to their friends in the soccer community and the community in general to get their feedback of what was the best way to write the story.
Like, how did your upbringing uh, help influence you? I know you talked a little bit about it. Help influence you to identify and talk about a lot of the different things in your book. Um, I know you said your mom encouraged you to write this a while back, but how would your upbringing instrumental in ensuring that you wrote the right product and got it out there?
I would say my family is super instrumental in my journey and allowing me to achieve the things I've achieved because I'm a huge family person. My family is super tight knit, and I've learned that what it's like to be a man, a true man, throughout my family. What it's like to be supported by loved ones, and then also I'm a believer as well. So how to have a strong faith in God, and I believe everything in my story. Uh, those three things: my faith in God, my family, and also what it feels like to be supported by loved ones. So that's how my upbringing was definitely influential.
That's is so important right there. Is the upbringing and family support, ensuring that nourishment, meaning that you get all the help that you need to develop into the person that you are today. So the title is striking. The 1% kid. What does let's talk about that a little bit. What does the term means in the content of the story? The 1%. Well, talk to our viewers and our listeners a little bit about that.
Okay, so the 1% kid, I came about that title because not only is the 1% kid about being a part of the 1%, only about 1.5% of college soccer players or players that play soccer play Division I college soccer, and then also if it's a specifically a black soccer player, the numbers go down drastically. I believe it might be even less than 1%. So first off, it's that, and then also it's doing what the 99% won't do. I feel like what's given a lot of hope in this world is that we see all these people that are doing great things, but we don't know how to truly attain that, right? We only see the top 1% that are doing great things, but it's because they did what the 99% won't do. And then when I was in college, I thought of transferring after my sophomore year because I wasn't getting the amount of playing time that I thought I deserved. But I took a lot of self-reflection, and I realized that I'm not going to do that. What I looked like leaving when my dream was to play at this university. So I wrote by my bed on a whiteboard, 1% better every day. And from then, it's just stuck with me. That's how I live my life, getting better 1%, and spiritually, physically, mentally, in any way.
What would you tell our viewers out there? How do they get 1% better every day? Can you give them some tips?
Wow, that's a great question. I think it's different for every person on how you get 1% better. What is it that you specifically want to get better at? And then break that down into small incremental steps that are measurable. For instance, for me, even though my dream was to play soccer at Ohio State at the age of 3, once I got a little bit older and I was able to still have that dream, I started to break it down into little steps. So whether that was I'm going to practice 15 minutes a day on juggling every day, that's something that's small, that's something that I can measure, and that's something that's attainable every day to then end up reaching my goal in the future. So whatever your goal is to get 1% better or to get a dream you have, break that down and then put it into a small little step that you can do every day, and you can hold yourself accountable. That's measurable.
So when you first started doing this, I mean, your was your dreams big or was they small and they just grew once you became better and better? Talk to our viewers about that.
My dreams are always big. I've always been someone that has big dreams. I feel like people have to kind of bring me down to earth. I know when I was younger, I always told my parents, like they would ask me, what do you want to be when you get older? And I was like a professional soccer player. But my mom would always have me have to have another backup plan just because she's like, you know, your backup plan. And she's always about education. So that was something that was big. But I knew I could play professional soccer. I knew I could play at Ohio State, no matter what people said. So I've always had big dreams and goals and aspirations.
My motto and my nonprofit is always to dream big, think big, and be big at everything that you do. And a lot of folks, I'm talking about, they think that they cannot. I'm talking about even our youth and young adults, they think that they cannot. We always try to instill in them that you can. You can. You can do anything that you set your mind to. It's just being able to understand the vision, the understanding, and the focus to focus on what you are doing, in your case, soccer, and focus, meaning that one building block at a time, and get better as you go, because you're going to expand. So I think that is so important to understand that philosophy. I call it the bluff. Vision, understanding, focus. What are your thoughts? We've got 1 minute before the break.
I couldn't agree more with the dream big, think big, because those are all things that I feel like too. If you don't see it, it's very hard to achieve those things in your life. So no matter if you see it or not, you can be the first in your family, right? If you want to be an astronaut, you want to be the president, you want to be a professional soccer player, basketball player, whatever it is, even if there hasn't been someone before you, you can be the first. But the only one that is going to stop you from doing that is yourself. So you have to believe in yourself first.
You have to be, I call it mindset. You have to refocus on many things if you want to be the best at what you do, or be in the top, or the best at what you do. And it also requires work, a lot of work, and a lot of rethinking or refocusing of the mind. Now, I'll tell you what, we're going to take a station break, but we're going to come back. We got a lot more that we're going to talk about. And I'll tell you, if you want to be part of this great conversation, all you have to do is just go to the platform that you're watching us on, or if you're listening to us on the radio, let's pick up the phone, dial 1-888-344-1170. Again, that's 1-888-344-1170. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
JC, Cooley.
At Meridian Christian
The
University.
future is here.
Now is the time to pursue the greatness in you. Welcome to Meridian Christian University, where faith meets future. We are a fully accredited, 100% online Christian university. We offer bachelor's degree, master's and doctorate degree programs, built for students like you. Affordable tuitions, 30+ degree programs, 100% online and flexible, integrating faith with learning. Study from anywhere at your pace. At VCU, we do not just prepare you for a degree. We prepare you for purpose. Discover who you are, grow in faith, and build a future that impacts the world.
Are you ready to start your journey today?
Visit www.viridianchristianuniversity.com.
Apply today and be among the global leaders.
A Black Man's Point of View is the newest Amazon.com #1 release and bestseller book from author Dr. James J.C. Cooley, featuring the perspective from 11 other contributing authors. In A Black Man's Point of View, Dr. James Cooley unpacks his thoughts and personal experiences about the challenges, stereotypes, and feelings of self-worth that many black men face today due to a 400-year ancestry rooted in slavery and colonization. Yet, how so many black men move forward despite this history. Most importantly, A Black Man's Point of View conveys that all men, regardless of race, creed, or color, are capable of love, respect, and dignity. Described as a map to a greater life from the heart of a man who's experienced life's misfortune and harsh conditions, James shows us how beliefs, convictions, and a healthy mentality can help propel a life worth living. A must-read for all. Order your copy of A Black Man's Point of View by author Dr. James J.C. Cooley today from Amazon.com or wherever books are sold.
Noah Dingley here, producer of The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. And the new audio version of James' book, Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet, is a must-have. James shares his true life story of struggle and success in America. It's both a cautionary tale and a roadmap to achieving the American dream. Get the new audio version of Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet by James Cooley on Amazon.com or wherever audiobooks are sold.
The James Cooley Show. It's your life. That's right. Dr. James J.C. Cooley.
Dr. James Cooley on Amazon or wherever books are sold.
Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. It's your life with Dr. James.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, and I tell you what, I'm thoroughly enjoying this conversation, Todd, with this young man. What are your thoughts on the conversation so far?
What a great show, man. I'm learning a lot. I'm taking notes right now. I'm taking notes and I'm eating popcorn. I'm through 3 bags of popcorn. Let's get right back to Channing.
You know, so hey, Channing, man, let's talk about the youth that you are working with. I'm talking about you're doing certain things, be a role model in their lives, not just the youth, but everybody. I mean, at least the stuff that I see and when I follow you, that you're going out there, you're trying to enhance other lives. Can you tell our viewers and listeners how you're doing that?
Yeah, there's multiple ways that I try to impact not just youth, but individuals. Some of the ways I do that are through keynote motivational speaking. Other ways are workshops, whether it's a goal setting workshop, mindset workshop, mental coaching. I like to be that for people to help them know that you're not in this alone, right? And if you have the necessary tools needed to reach your dreams and goals, it is more than possible. So I want to be that person that inspires, whether it's just one person that's inspiring someone to stop getting off their drugs, or whether it's someone to not quit and keep going and continue to chase their dreams. I want to be that person, whether it's a video they see, a speech that they hear from me. I want to be that person for them. So, and then also through my 1% Kid Foundation, where I do author visits for youth. I do goal setting workshops for youth. And then I also do Q&As and college readiness sessions for youth as well. So there's a lot of different ways I try to inspire not just youth, but individuals.
So, are you going around to schools? Or are you doing those things, boys and girls clubs, other organizations to inspire them that they can do anything that they set their mind to? And based on the 1% that you're talking about, I like the title of that, the 1% Kid. Talk about that a little bit.
Thank you. No, I do. I like to go around to schools. I like to go around to different organizations, like you said, the Boys and Girls Club, or any other organizations that work with youth and mentality and mental health. I know I saw something that you showed on this screen before, is that you guys talk about a lot about mental health. And that's something I'm truly passionate as well, is that if you cannot be the best version of yourself if you aren't there mentally. So that's something I try to preach when I go into these schools with the youth and when I go to these different organizations, is that you are your greatest competitor. It's always you versus you. If you want to get better mentally, if you want to reach your dreams or goals, you want to get better physically, you want to get that job, the only person that's going to get in your way is yourself.
And you are absolutely right. And that's sometimes hard to encourage, because when I'm speaking, whether I'm speaking to 200-300 or 5,000 or 6,000, it's many of them are not going to get it. So sometimes I go and I'm hoping that just for that hour or two, whatever I'm doing, that one of the ears, at least the left ear, is clogged because you put the message in and it can't get out. So it runs around in their head, So that's why we encourage to dream big, think big, and be big, and also encourage people to take risks. What I mean by good risks, I ain't talking about just risks on going out doing negative things, but take a risk, get out your comfort zone for a little bit, explore, open up your heart. Always have that caring mentality, that it ain't all about you. It's about others. It's each one of us, I believe, Channing, plays a role in uplifting each other. If we got a mindset is I, me, my, well, you're not going to reach anybody. because you're not trying to reach anybody. But I always talk about the thing called uh, not the I, the me, the my. It's the we, the us, and the R. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on that?
I love that. I couldn't agree more. Something that I've truly started to adopt is whenever I'm done speaking to somebody or making conversation, it's how can I serve you or how can I serve your organization? And I'm not talking about with money. It's how can I truly help you and do something for you, whether it's connecting you with someone that could be a fruitful connection, or whether it's me just spreading the word about your foundation or something that you're doing. Any way I can be a service, or maybe it's volunteering. I've learned that if you want more money, you want more friends, you want more strong relationships, the only way that's going to come is by serving more people, being more people. If you want to be a $1 million business, that comes from serving more people and doing things for the best out of the kindness of your heart. So I couldn't agree more that it's all about us, we, and our. It's not about me. I don't believe in that. I try to live my life to serve others and be of service.
Yeah, it just once we have that heart, have that mentality, that's all about serving others. So just like I remember Rotary. I don't know if you know what that is, uh, but it's service before self, and that's my mentality. Uh, is always being able to help others out. I'm not saying give away everything that you got, but
Mm-hmm.
just lift others up. That's so important to me. I see Dr. Cooley is getting ready to join us. How you doing, Dr. Cooley? I cannot hear you. You on mute?
Doing good. I see you guys are almost to that break time, but yeah, I'm doing good. Just jumped on in. Was listening to you while I was other doing other things, but I like that service before self. And James is part of a Rotary, and that's definitely the message and that their slogan, and basically their mission statement. And Channing, I see that you take that to heart. Where did you get your inspiration? To give back and to put and to do good for others. Where did you get that?
I would say the way I got to where I am today is from people that will help shape me. I never really had a role model that wasn't my family. I never really saw people that would come into my schools and be like, I want to be a person. So I said, I want to be that person. I never saw many books that had a black boy on the cover. So I said, I might as well write a book. I can be like, hey, that kid kind of looks like me. So that's what could truly inspire me to be inspiration, is that I wanted to be something for kids and youth that I had when I was getting older. And now as I've got older, there are people that I do look up to, that I aspire to be similar to, because I want to be my own self. It's David Goggins, Dr. James Cooley. There's many others that I also look up to because of their mindset, because of how they are in the world. And that's actually how I found Dr. James Cooley, was just through different people sharing his stuff on LinkedIn and things like that. I was like, wow, I might as well reach out to him. And he shows that he's one that's big in service by even responding to me, calling me on the phone multiple times, and getting me on his show. So that's how I've gone to be a man of service.
Wow. Do you believe those? Yes, the kid you put in the book. Do you believe that there are a lot of youth and young people out there who maybe did not have a role model such as like you did, and it has to be kind of brought out from within them to not only believe in who they are, but to know they got greatness in them and that they can do great things for others?
I definitely think so. I think there's a lot of kids that don't have positive role models, which is why I do the work I do, is to be possibly one of those role models for those kids. But I think it is, even for me, even though I did have a couple role models, a lot of it came from within, because there were even times when my own family didn't believe that I do this that I did or I was going to do. So you really have to be your biggest supporter, even when others aren't there for you. And that's something that I learned at a very young age.
I tell you what, we're gonna hold that thought because we're gonna take a early break this time because we got a longer commercial break right here. But I tell you what, we're gonna come back. We're gonna talk a little bit more about all these great things that Channing is doing. I tell you, if it's not too late to be part of the conversation, all you have to do, I'll make it easy for you. Just pick up the phone and dial 1-888-344-1170. Again, that's 1-888-344-1170. Or go to the comments on the platform that you're watching us on. I promise you, we'll get you an answer. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
It's the show. It's your life. With Dr. James J.C. Cooley. It's your life. That's right.
Africa is rising and the world is watching. This July, Tanzania hosts the Africa Trade and Investment Conference, the TIC 2025. A bold step toward Agenda 2063 and the African Continental Free Trade Area. From youth innovation to women in export, from mining to real estate, from B2B to G2G, this is where transformation happens. Break barriers and be a part of the future of Africa.
The James Cooley Show. It's your life. That's right. With Dr. James J.C. Cooley.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life. And you guys caught me. You caught me, Todd. I mean, I was getting off into that music now. Come on now. You know, I tell you. We are
get to a certain age, you get really good at chair dancing.
Chair dancing?
I like that. Hey, Todd, I like that.
With you, James.
I like that. Hey, before we get back off, and I know we only got about 8-9 minutes left in the show, but I got to talk to you all about this university called Viridian Christian University. Yeah, I'm the chancellor. But let me tell you, we do so many great things, 30-degree programs, bachelor's, master's, doctorate. We just had a graduation in Dubai last month. I'll tell you, I hooded the Imperial Crown Prince of Ghana, Queen Nana, and people from 15 different nations. We did that, and I tell you, we got a graduation coming up in Dallas the 28th of this month. And our programs will be all accredited programs, and they are extremely affordable. And we always looking for students that want to pursue further education. Programs are 100% online, Christian University, Reading Christian University. So I tell you what, I want you to look up ViridianChristianUniversity.com. Again, that's ViridianChristianUniversity.com. See if we got a program that's going to help you out in achieving your goals. I'm gonna turn it back over to you, Michelle.
Okay, so Channing, what is when it comes to perseverance? How do you see yourself as far as your foundation? Let's say the 1% Kid Foundation. How do you see that foundation doing what the mission is to do, and how do you see that persevering towards what you wanted to do in the next couple of years?
Great question. The 1% Kid Foundation is all about soccer mindset and mentality. So soccer literacy and mindset, my bad. But it's all about those three things. So what I'm super passionate about is soccer and literacy and mindset, which is why I started these. So to do the things that I was doing for my for-profit company, the author visits, the keynote motivational speaking, the workshops, the soccer and literacy camps, the soccer camps, is to do all those things now for free. To have funding from donations, from grants, from sponsors, etc., and do those things for free, because I never want the reason why when a youth or an individual can't get impacted by what we're doing or the work we're doing is because of funding, money. I don't want that to be a reason. So that's why I started this foundation. And my dream and goal is to have it being the biggest foundation in Arizona, talking about soccer and literacy, and then to have different soccer pop-up clinics, camps around the country for kids to come play for free and have and learn literacy and soccer and mindset through the beautiful game. So that is dream and how I'm going to persevere to make sure that happens by meeting the right people, finding the right sponsors, applying for those grants, whatever it takes to make sure this foundation does the goal that it's set out to do.
So what other projects are you working on, Channing? I mean, you wrote the 1% Kid. Are you going to follow this up with another book?
Yes, I am. I'm going to have 2 more books. It's going to be a series. There's going to be one book about him going through soccer and his college life. And then there's going to be one about him going through soccer in his professional life. So there will be 2 more books on the way once I get some time to sit down and write. And then I also am starting a 1% school system as well.
Oh, okay. I was going to joke and say, well, your next book is going to be the 2% Kid, but
it's funny because I hear that a couple of times. I'll be like, what's next? A 2% Kid? Is it a 2% Kid? So that's funny.
You're gonna write 100 books just to get to 100%.
Right. I might have to do it. I might have to do it just for that.
Well, do you see yourself as a leader and a mentor to the youth? And if so, what is good leadership qualities or mentor qualities that you feel is important in order to engage with the youth?
Great question. I do think I am considered a mentor or a leader. I think that's all dependent on the kid or the youth, but I just like to live my life by example. If I'm going to say something or speak something out, I better be doing it, right? If I say I want to be faithful, say that I'm going to take risk, calculated risk to achieve my dreams and goals in business and soccer and whatever, I better be doing it to show these kids that I'm not just saying things to say things, I'm living through my words. So that is something that I'm passionate about. And to be a mentor and a good leader, it's first being also compassionate, being able to relate to those people that you're talking to, those people that have questions, those people that want to talk to you and figure out advice or suggestions or things that they should do, or you have reached, or even reach higher. So those are things that I want to do, is to be a person like that. And then being a good leader is being someone that's able to listen. I'm one that's always willing to ask questions and figure out what things I should do, what things I shouldn't do, how to figure out how people have gone to that I aspire to be one day. So being a good leader is also being willing to learn from people that you're mentoring, because I think you can learn a lot from those youth and mentees, which has surprised me greatly.
So what takeaways do you want to leave with the audience regarding this conversation?
I would say some takeaways I want you guys to leave with is that keep getting 1% better every day. The only thing stopping you from reaching your dreams and goals is truly yourself. I know we're so quick in today's society to blame someone else for a reason we have where we want to be, or to blame any other reason or any other factor as to why we haven't gotten to where we need to be. But the reason is you need to take accountability, and then you'll realize that you are in control of this thing we call life. Life is a journey. It may not be where you want to be right now, but eventually when you do the right thing, have faith in God, eventually you will get where you need to be. But you have to have practice, perseverance, patience, and the 1% better every mindset.
Channing, that was so cool. You know what? I tell you what, we're down to the last minute of the show. I want to thank you, man. I want to invite you back on at a later time, if your time permits you to come on, man. This has been to me a superb discussion. I don't like to call it an interview. I just call it a discussion. So I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come on the show. Of course, I have to thank Dr. Michelle Cooley for always putting together great guests, great shows, and she is the best in the business. I'd like to thank my producers, Todd, KCBQ AM 1170, The Answer, and my producer in Dallas, AM 660, The Answer. Like to thank them. Most importantly, I like to thank our viewers and our listeners for tuning into the James Show, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and on Sundays on the radio at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on K-Sky, not K-Sky, but KCBQ, The Answer, 1170, and AM 660, The Answer out of Dallas. Always dream big, think big, and be big at everything that you do. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. It's your life.
It's your life. Dr. James.
Hey, stick around, Channing.